Hi everybody, it's me, Jenny, and today is a completely different kind of video. I just kind of want to come on and tell you what's been happening and what's going to happen in the, from today on for a little while. So I'm going to back up because, sorry, I keep dropping everything. So most of you know, well, all of you know by now, my mom had a stroke in August, and the kind of stroke she had, it was tough. I mean, it's hard for anyone who has a parent who gets ill, but, she had to have around-the-clock care. She was in the hospital, then she was in rehab, and then she came home. I had a little bit of help with home nurses and stuff for a little bit, not long though, and then I became the official caretaker of my mom, which of course I'd have it no other way. And I don't think she would either. So she was getting better. They say it takes 6 months to a year, sometimes a year and a half too, but the majority is healing 6 months to a year after you've had a stroke, depending on what kind of stroke you've had. So mom was actually doing really good. Up until Friday, I would say she was at like 70% or 60, maybe 60%. But either way, that was fantastic because it hasn't been a full year yet. It's only been maybe 7 months, something like that. I don't know. I can't do math right now. My mind is just mush. So, we kind of got into our routine and we were doing our thing. And she even drove 3 times. It was only like around the corner, but, she drove. She was very happy because my mother was extremely independent before the stroke. She did everything on her own. Then in January, this January, a couple months ago, we found out at the first week of January that my sister had breast cancer, or has breast cancer. And by the 3rd week of January, she had to have a double mastectomy. Now, some people know what happened and some people don't. I don't tell a whole lot of people my business, but I think it's important that you guys understand what's going on, and I'll explain why in just a second. So with that, my sister started chemo. Me being my mother's caretaker, I am now back and forth. My sister has a family. She's married. She has 2 kids. One's 20, one's 16. So they can do things on their own. She doesn't have small kids or whatever. But, it's a lot. My sister worked before she had gotten sick, and she had a phenomenal job with phenomenal pay, and everything just came to a screeching halt. Before she found out she had breast cancer, she had just had surgery on her shoulder, and she was out of work already for 2 months. So now finding out that she has breast cancer, it really just put a massive wrench into things, as you can imagine. So, my family's dealing with my mom. Now they're dealing with my sister. It has been a mess. And for me, like I said, I am my mom's caretaker, and I've been trying my best to do everything I can for my sister. So, and it's hard because my sister doesn't live with us. So, it's the back and forth. What do I do with mom? Is she going to be okay by herself? Because I worry. And how could I not? She's my mother. She's my everything. And my family means the world to me. So now within all of this, so my sister's been going through chemo. She finds out very soon if she has to have radiation and what she has to do from this point on. Now, up until Friday, I was actually getting a little bit of, time for me to do crafting and get involved in things, and I was very happy, very excited. I mean, this was really kind of saving my life, to be quite honest with you, because I have to tell you, for anyone out there who is a caregiver, it is a very hard job. It is not easy. It takes a toll physically. It takes a toll emotionally and mentally. It's just not easy. I don't know how else to say it. I really don't. It is a difficult job. I would have it no other way, though. Please know that. I mean, my family knows that, but I wouldn't. Even if I would complain, which I try very hard not to ever complain, because I kind of look at it as I am so blessed because I have my mom and my sister. I also have 2 brothers, but, they're kind of far away and have their families and stuff, but whatever. So my sister's about a half hour, 40 minutes from us. So again, that travel time, and then where she goes for chemo and her doctors is an hour from her. So it's been a lot. So things started to calm down a bit in the last month, I would say. And in the last month, I have been offered to be on several design teams from AliExpress stores. You guys already know I have the polka doodles. And then I was asked to be in another. So like all together, I should be starting all of this very soon. The reason why I'm telling you this is because Friday comes. Oh, I love my mother so much. Friday comes and my mom was having a really off day. She was really tired, but she had to go to, she lives in a 55 and older community, so she goes to those like little clubhouse meetings and stuff like that. So she had one on Friday and she wasn't feeling too great. She was extremely tired. I told her, stay home, I'll go for you, you know, whatever, do whatever she had to do. She insisted she wanted to go, but she said to me, Jenny, can you drive? Now, this was right around the corner, and I was a little shocked, and I was worried, too, and I kept saying, Mom, do you want me to go with you and stay with you? I didn't know she would have a stroke or something. I don't know, something was so off, and I had that pit in my stomach, you know? So I bring her, she's like, no, 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 go home. I go home. I, you know, called a friend, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta go back. I don't feel right. So I went back and I sat with her. She was fine, just tired, whatever. So the meeting ends, and now she has to bring her friend Dorothy home. And my mother is, well, I'm very much like my mother, and she tries to do for others before she ever does for herself. So my mom is used to sitting in the front seat of the car, and she offers the front seat to her friend Dorothy, and she tries to get in the back. Now, I don't know any of this because I'm on the other side of the car trying to get her walker in. So they're on the opposite side. All of a sudden, I hear Dorothy scream, and my mother go, oh my God, and the next thing I know, my mom's on the ground. So basically what had happened was she went to, instead of putting her, like my little doll, I'll explain what this is in a second. So instead of putting her butt in first and then like kind of pivoting into the car, my dingy-dong mom tried to put her leg up. Now you have to remember, she's still very weak from the stroke. She has polio in her right leg. So her balance isn't all that great to begin with. And she loses her footing. So her leg goes under, her foot goes under her leg, and she falls on top of it. Ouch isn't even the word to say. So I know she's in excruciating pain. She can't even get up. Somehow, I don't even know how the hell she did it. She got in, with my help, I got her in the car. We bring Dorothy home, and I'm like, Mom, let me take you to the hospital just to get checked up. She's like, no, 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 I'm fine. It's just sprained. I did see stars, but I'm fine. And she's trying to laugh it off. And I know how my mother is, and I just, something was up. Now, you also have to remember, we were doing Easter this Sunday. So Friday, when this happened, Saturday came, and then Sunday we were going to do the Easter at my mom's house because we just all couldn't get together as a family on Easter because of, everybody else's schedule. So whatever. Saturday comes, my mom can't even put any pressure on it. So now I'm doing all the cooking, cleaning, trying to get everything ready for my family to come over. And my mom she can't do anything. She's literally stuck on the chair. She refuses to go. So Sunday comes, and everybody comes over, and my mom finally agrees to go to the hospital because now her ankle is, so if this is her leg, we'll just say, her ankle was like this, and it was literally black, and it was like a red going up her leg, and she also has diabetes too, so don't forget that. So it was just so swollen, and with a polio leg, I don't know if you've ever seen one, but the leg itself is so skinny. It's like just like the bone with some skin on it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just very, very tiny. So now her polio leg is like 4 times the size of her normal leg. So something's wrong, and she can't put any pressure on it. She's hopping along. My mom's 72 years old. So if she hops too hard or she goes down too hard on her good leg, either she's going to fall or she's going to break her hip and fall. She breaks the hip, she's dead. The hospital even told her that. So whatever. So Sunday comes, I rush everybody. I made them help me get, convince Mommy to go to the hospital. So they help me get her in the car. I take her. We go, and she has not only broken her ankle, she's broken in 2 spots. So if this is your ankle, this wonderful woman knows how to do it, right? She broke this bone at the base of the ankle. So at the base of the ankle, this is your ankle. She broke the inner bone, or the inner bone, and the outer bone. Literally snapped it right in half. So now we're in the hospital and they don't know if they have to do surgery or not. So we have to wait. It's just been a nightmare. So leading up to today, she came home yesterday. She's in a cast to her knee. And remember guys, she's still having issues with balance and stuff. So they give her like this scooter thing where she puts her knee on. And so this way she puts no pressure on her foot. Here's the problem. When she was using the walker before this even happened, because she used the walker for everything, even in the house. And that was because she got so tired, she had to sit a lot. Like every couple minutes, she'd have to take a break and sit down. Well, now using this, there's no seat. There's nowhere for her to sit. She literally has to stand and walk. So this is an issue. So there's no weight bearing on it whatsoever. So basically, we're back to 24-hour around-the-clock care. She can't fit into either one of our bathrooms because they're too small to make the maneuver with the scooter. So she has a commode, which again falls on me, which if anybody knows me, I have extremely weak stomach. I'm laughing, guys, but I can tell you that I'm scared. I'm scared for many reasons. I'm scared that I don't know if I can do this. I am scared that I don't know if my mom's body is going to hold out, because she has to be in this cast for 8 weeks. 8 weeks. That's a long, long, long time for anybody to be, you know, not walk on her leg. And then after, if they can even take the cast off at 8 weeks, then she's going to have to go through the whole extensive therapy to walk again on that leg. And again, guys, she's still recovering from the stroke. So I'm in for a very long haul. My mom, poor thing, is in for a very long haul. So the point of all of this is not to tell you, you know, just come on and say, oh yeah, by the way, this has happened. So because I have given my word to several, and I do mean several companies, I have to honor it, and I'm not going to back out from any of them. So my point is, for the next several months or so, it's probably going to be, you know, a lot of design team projects and stuff, and showing you and, you know, giving you all the information and all of that. But none of that will change. It's just, if you send me something and I don't show it right away and I put a different video up, I'm just asking to have some patience with me, because the rare chances that I'm going to have to be able to craft and show things, I have to give my word first. So I have to do those projects first, and then the second chance I get, then I will, you know, put up a happy mail or a card share, or, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I just don't want you guys to think that I went from, you know, all about you guys and, you know, all of that, and then it just stops and I'm just doing this. So I don't want you to think for 1 second that, oh, well, Jenny's now on a design team, so that's all she's going to do. That's not the case. I just want you to know, if it seems like that, this is why. I'm hoping in like a month we get a rhythm going, my mom and I, and, you know, things will get a little easier, and I will know when I can sit down and do things and when I can't, and the whole bit. But for right now, this is so brand spanking new. You know, every 5 seconds I'm up, Ma, do you need anything? You know, like, it's back to making the lunch, the breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and the snacks, and the, you know what I'm trying to say? It's a lot. It's a lot being 24 hours around the clock, which, again, I don't mind. She's my mother. She's done it for me my whole life. It's the least I could do for her. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just wanted to come on and share everything with you guys. A, to let you know what's going on in my life, why the videos have been so sporadic for a while. But mainly and most importantly, I didn't want any of you to think that I got, you know, these design team things going on and now I've forgotten about everything else and I'm just focused on that. That's not why. I know it's going to seem that way, but I swear to you, that's not why. Then lastly, my mom's friend came over to see her bestie, Rona, and she bought me, my sister, and my mom this doll. When she took it out, I thought that it was a voodoo doll, and I'm thinking, why the hell would she give me a voodoo doll? There's nobody I want to voodoo, right? So let me read to you what this says. This is the coolest thing. So anybody under 18, do not watch this. Go skip to a different video. This is not for you, because This is called the damn it doll. Whenever things don't go so well and you want to hit the wall and yell, here's a little damn it doll that you can't do without. Just grasp it firmly by the legs and find a place to slam it. And as you whack the stuffing out, yell, damn it, damn it, damn it. So you're supposed to beat it. I just thought this was the greatest thing invented. So like I said, she gave one to me, she gave one to my mom, and I have to give the other one to my sister. So yeah. So guys, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to what's going on in my life. I don't want anybody to feel bad. It is what it is. It's life. Life happens. I get it. I just don't want you guys to think that I am putting you aside or not thinking of you, or if you send something and you know I have it, because I will always tell you right away when I get something. Just if something goes up first, just know that I do everything. I try to prioritize everything and kind of like the first one I get and then just do it that way. So just have some patience with me. I did get my first package, so that should be coming up very soon. I'm very, very excited about it. I think you guys are going to really, really like it. And yeah, and then I have a Polka Doodles one that should be coming up very soon too, so yay! But yeah, so if you guys do pray, it would be wonderful if you could say a little prayer for my mom, that she can heal from this and get well. And of course my sister, that, you know, she beats this and she'll be okay. And if there's anything left over, maybe a little one for me for strength, because God knows I'm gonna need it. And if you don't, if maybe you could just send positive thoughts their way, that would be fantastic too. I love all of you guys, and I would be lost without you, whether you believe it or not. I absolutely would. You have made this YouTube experience for me so amazing and so wonderful, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys, because otherwise I'd just be sitting here talking to myself, which I do often, but now I have a reason. So I hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope that your Easter, because I think, isn't Easter this weekend, I think? I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and hopefully I will be back within the next day or two to show you some really cool and fun things. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful week. I love you all, and hopefully I will see you on my next video. Bye!